If I traded it all, if I gave
Welcome
it
back, everyone. I am so excited about bringing on my next guests. I have to tell you guys, I have worked with this company for many, many years. I have with me the Young Marines, the East Valley Young Marines, and I have worked with them in many ways, and I'm excited about bringing them on. We are live on Facebook, so I'm going to say hi to everybody, and you guys can wave too. Hi to everybody that's watching us, like us, follow us, and listen to all of this stuff. It's all information for you all out there that's listening, and write down the information, get involved with some of these things. You never know when you might need something like these things. So I have with me Young Marine Sergeant Major Joshua E.T., if I said that correctly?
Ely.
Ely. Ely. I got a T in there. I made a mistake. Ely. I have Young Marine Sergeant Caleb Halliwell.
Yes.
Will.
Yes.
Okay. And I have Young Marine Private Ezra Halliwell. They are all brothers. They are all brothers as well. So welcome to the show. You know, tell everybody a little bit about yourselves and what you do. Each one of you have to talk a little bit about the program. It's an awesome program. So listen up, everyone. Go ahead.
So my name is Young Marine Sergeant Major Joshua Ely. I've been in the Young Marine program for almost 9 years now, and it's been a very long story, I guess you could say, of learning of exactly what I could be as a young man. You learn in the program the values of citizenship, community service, drug demand reduction, veterans appreciation. You learn how to be a leader. You learn how to apply discipline and to work as a team. You learn these morals as a young person, and that's something I've learned as well. Something I love about the program is also that you're given many opportunities. Actually, 2 days ago, I arrived home from a trip from Guam with the Young Marines. I went to Guam and also got to go some history tours there. Also got to visit and fly over to the island of Iwo Jima and climb up Mount Suribachi. It was amazing, and it was all because of the Young Marines. We were there on behalf of to support our veterans there. And to be able to do that is something that only the Young Marines can provide.
You know, the last time I think I talked to you was sometime in December. I talked to a lot of people, like 500 people a day, and I forgot. How old are you again?
I am 17 years old.
This man is 17 years old, and when he started talking and opening his mouth and he started talking, I just sit there and go, wow. At 17 years old, not very many people have the poise. Like, you could have your own show. I'm telling you, I think I told you about that before, you know, and it's awesome. So congratulations. I want to talk more about the program, but I want to give everybody here the opportunity to also talk. Your brother here is Caleb, and tell us a little bit about you. Go ahead and bring that right into your face there so everyone can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay.
They can.
My name is Young Marine Sergeant Caleb Douglas Halliwell, and I've been in Young Marines for 5 years. And it's been fun throughout my time in the Young Marines as one of our goals as Young Marines is to have fun as well. We teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, but we also want to have fun. Make sure we get a little fun in there.
Got to have a little fun in life.
Yes, we got to have a little fun. And we sometimes do that through camps, and we do boot camps a little bit, but they're not strict. They're really laid back, I guess, and they're really fun.
What's your favorite part of what you've done in the Young Marines?
Well, since I'm talking about camps, and this actually is my favorite part, is that they fund us to go in summer. If you get all your DDR hours and your community service hours, they fund us in summer to go to many camps. So I've been to Spaces, a flight camp, and I'm going to be going to Hawaii for Pearl Harbor, and for Pearl Harbor Day. I'll be going there, and it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. You know what? I've never been, so you're a luck out. I really think I'm jealous. Now, you also have your younger brother, so you've got 3 of you here, and you're Ezra, and tell us a little bit about what your favorite part of the program is.
Okay. I love part of the Young Marines is...
How old are you?
9.
9?
It is parades.
What's that?
Parades.
What is that?
It's a parade. It's
Oh, a
when-
parade. I'm sorry.
Parade.
I didn't get you. I got it. So parades. Do you march in the parades?
Yes.
And what do you do? When do you hold a flag?
No.
What do you hold? Anything?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing. Okay, but you get to dress up?
Yes.
Do you have a special uniform that you wear?
Yes.
Yeah, and do you have to keep those really nice? Do they still make you like shine them up and everything like that? Is it all that is it all what it's cracked up to be? And
Yeah.
they say, really?
We're given the same military uniform regulations that they have in the Marines, where you need to shine your boots and iron your uniform and keep your ribbons squared and straight.
So it's really cool, huh?
Yep. It is.
So okay, let's talk about the program. The program was originally designed for what and who?
So it was, if you want to start with the timeline, it originally started in 1959, Waterbury, Connecticut. It earned its official charter in 1965. And eventually, as it started spreading throughout the U.S., many new rules and applications were given to it. As an example, in 1975, it was extended to females. So girls are also allowed in the program. The age extension has gone is ages 8 to 18 who are allowed to join, and it's been like that for a while. I think that the program has grown. It's a young program. It's not as old as something like the Boy Scouts. It has grown throughout the years, but it's also earned its exclusive, unique values.
So let me ask you this: of the listeners that are listening, they all have children, they have grandchildren. How is it something that the kids need for if they're dealing with somebody, one of the children that might be a little difficult, or
Yeah.
does it matter?
Okay, so. Well, before I address that, we're not a problem child program.
I want people to understand that.
Yeah, we're not. If you have a child who has a problem, you don't just send them to us for us to babysit them. What we do is we focus on building whatever kind of skill that person may have, and allow them to empower that in the morals of citizenship, the morals of what it means to be an American citizen, and also living a healthy, drug-free lifestyle. And I think also, in essence, if a parent wants to put their child into a program, you have to consider two things. You have to consider what will it do to my child? What will the effects be? And also, will it benefit my child? And the Young Marines fills under both of those criteria pretty well. It's absolutely beneficial. There's nothing in the program that creates a negative standpoint. We're not an enlistment program. We're not a dictatorship. I want people to understand that. We do wear uniforms. We do walk in parades. We do abide by military regulations in some degree, but the main focus is actually our motto, and our motto is titled "Strengthening the Lives of America's Youth." And that's our mission. That's our motto.
Listen to this kid. Wouldn't we like all of our kids to be able to sound like him? I'm not kidding. Now, the website is what that they go to?
So you can go to youngmarines.com, and if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, there's a big black button that says "Find a Unit Near Me," and you can click that, and you can discover some more info about the Young Marines and look for a unit around you. The Young Marines is a national program, and there are units in every state. So being able to find a unit isn't that difficult, and being able to get involved with your unit is just as much as getting involved with your community.
We also wanted to know that everybody that know that it's both boys and girls, and they started how old?
They
How old
start at
did you-
ages 8 to 18.
8 to 18, and I want to say you guys are a family here, okay? So Big Brother got involved, right? And you were loving it,
Yes.
and so Middle Brother says, I'd like to do that too, right? And then again, now you got the baby brother in there involved. I don't know if you have any more. If maybe the younger girl will also come along too.
Well-
How did you all get involved?
Well, I guess you could say that their story is actually a little different than that, believe it or not. I started because I loved it. These two got in a little reluctantly. They didn't really want to do it because they saw how much responsibility it has. But the thing is that the Young Marines offers a good sense of responsibility that you can enjoy.
Because now that you're in it, do you love the sense of responsibility? Both answer.
Yes.
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 Yep.
Okay. And for you, your favorite part is doing the parades, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And there must be different levels when you start. Obviously, he's a younger boy, and he's going to do different things. And as you you grow in it, don't you?
Yes. It's basically what I like to call personally the leadership transgression, basically, and that's something that the Young Marines is unique for. That the older Young Marines teach the younger Young Marines to become older Young Marines, and eventually you're at a level where your first stages, your first couple of years, you're just learning. Eventually you learn to teach, and eventually you teach to teach, and that's something the Young Marines is unique and exclusively known for.
I'll tell you something. It's an awesome program. I love having you guys on. We're going to talk further when we come back. We're going to go to a break right now. Check out the website. It's Young Marines, that's plural.com.
For trading it all, if I
Welcome
gave
back.
it all.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun here with the Young Marines that are in here right now. They're real proud, and they should be. And I'm also proud of all of you as well. Before, when we were at a break, you were telling me that there's some of you that have had some really cool accomplishments. So can you tell us a little bit about some of those?
Yeah, so the Young Marine program offers a competition, and it's a national competition. It's called Young Marine of the Year. You know, how it works is that there's units, and then there's battalions, and there's regiments, and regiments represent states, and each regiment has a specific divisions. There are 6 divisions across the U.S., and eventually the competition rounds itself to select 6 division Young Marine of the Years. And throughout the competition, they sit on an oral board, they get asked questions, they get their record book looked at, they get looked at how much work they've done, they get asked moral questions and leadership questions, and eventually 6 division Young Marine of the Years are selected. In January, I was selected as the Division 6 Young Marine of the Year, and the Division 6 covers most of the West Coast from Arizona, California, Oregon, Washington, and I believe Utah as well. And the Young Marine program now has 5 other divisions that I have to compete with. In May, we all go to San Antonio to compete, and one of us 6 will be selected as the National Young Marine of the Year.
I have a sneaking suspicion it might be you. I don't know why, but I am so drawn to you when you talk and you're looking at you knowing that you're only 17 years old. Mm-hmm. It's certainly, it's a trip, and it's awesome. Mm-hmm. So, and this is what you became through this program.
Yes.
I mean, you know, I just think it's an awesome program for anybody out there that has any 8 to 18.
Yes, ma'am.
Boy or girl, because it's I think everyone should go through it. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a lot of adults that should be doing it too, believe me. Mm-hmm. So you can check out the website. There's a black button on the bottom that you can pick, and you can find the different areas that they have their what do you call them?
Units.
Units, thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
And that is Young Marines with an S.com. Now, I know that also your brother Ezra would like very much to talk a little bit about, and he's only 9, so, 8 or 9 years old. So you guys give him a break here. It's not easy to come on the radio and do something like this. So, but he very much wants to talk about something, and that was how it got started. So go ahead.
So how it started is this Red Ribbon Week. And who started Red Ribbon Week? It is this man named Kiki Camarera. Enrique Camarera. They nickname him Kiki Camarera. And he stopped drugs. He hated drugs, so he stopped it. And he stopped a factory, $50,000. $50 million on marijuana, and so they got angry. So then, when he was walking to get lunch, they started to. I'm sorry, this might freak you out, but
Be careful.
he got robbed.
Oh, he got
He
robbed.
got kidnapped.
Yeah, he got kidnapped by people that love doing drugs.
And that's called Red Ribbon Week, correct?
Red Ribbon Week. That's how you started.
Let me ask you something. Just out of curiosity, what are your thoughts about drugs?
well, they're bad. That's what I do. And I think no one should do it, because there's the 5 main ones. We call it the 5 gateway drugs, and they are tobacco, marijuana, inhalants, prescription drugs, and alcohol. So alcohol is beer. People drink beer because they think it might make them look cool. Tobacco is smoking it, right, guys? Yeah, you smoke it. And marijuana is a weed. Weed is not good. And they put thousands of chemicals inside just one cigarette. So then there is prescription drugs, and prescription drugs is when, you know, those prescription drugs you have.
Yeah. Seen 'em.
Yep. If you,
I have a few.
okay, if you take one that is not yours at all, it doesn't say your name.
That's very bad to do.
Yes, and it might harm you really bad. Inhalants. Inhalants is the worst drug the worst drug that the young Marines think the worst drug is inhalants. So inhalants is a lot of, is paint,
Glue.
bug spray, glue, Sharpie.
You can inhale a Sharpie? Oh my God.
No. It's when you put all those chemicals inside. One bag, spray them, do anything to them, and then you inhale it. That's inhalants.
It's terrible.
Yes, and then it harms all of your body.
I think also if you realize that he is 9 years old and he understands that these drugs, if you misused or abused, can be devastating to human life. And
Yep.
he's 9 years old, he understands this. That's the Young Marine's goal.
You know, and there's a lot of 9-year-olds that are extremely mature, unfortunately. I love to see him because he's still a 9-year-old, you know. And I think what's awesome, even though he's in this program, he can still be 9 years old and be learning and becoming just like you guys. You know, it just, you're so well-rounded, and it's awesome to see. And we know what we're talking. Every listener out there knows what I'm speaking about. So the program does so many good things. Not only does it deter the kids from drugs, from taking drugs, from getting involved with them. Some of the kids that have joined the program, have they been on them, or most of them not really like that? Who's your typical, kid that comes on?
For drug demand reduction?
For everything.
For everything? To basically teach, in essence? It's the advanced senior young Marines, those young Marines that have been in for a long time, that have stayed in the program, and they've been through everything. And I'm one of those young Marines.
How long have you been in it?
Almost 9 years now.
Wow.
So I joined when I was 8 years old. I was small and tiny and just like my little brother. But I stayed in, and I grew, and I took my experience and taking my skill to now teach others how to do the same thing.
So I had asked earlier, what's it like to live in a family with all these young Marines? You know, I mean, when you sit down at the table, I mean, what's it like when you're together? And you're not there at the unit.
We still operate as a family. We still have our little, brother, pet peeves and things like that. But I think one thing that the Young Marines teach is that we go to our Young Marine unit, and our switch is off. We are now Young Marines.
Do you bring that home, though?
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
But I think it's a great thing.
No, of course.
Of course.
Obviously. The traits we do bring home. The respect for others, the respect for subordinates, and the respect for authority. And I think that's the one thing also the Young Marine teaches is the general respect for authority as well. we bring that all back home.
Do you have anything going on coming up that you might want to tell them about? We don't have Frank here, so I don't know whether you have anything coming up that you might want to tell them about, anything that's going on. You know what? People can also go on a tour. They can come, right? If I remember
Yeah.
correctly. Go ahead.
Yeah, so if you would like to come and visit one of our unit meetings, if you go onto the Young
There you
Marines
go.
website and you want to come and visit one of the unit meetings, you can look for our unit here in Arizona. It's in Mesa, Arizona. It's called East Valley, Arizona, East Valley Young Marines. That is our unit. We're located in Mesa, Arizona, and we meet on Tuesday nights. Where the details are there as soon as you look us up.
It's youngmarines.com.
And you can look for the unit called East Valley, Arizona.
And
look
you
for
guys
that
are
unit.
very proud of that unit.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we are still the heir, I guess you could say, of the National Unit of the Year award. We earned that award out of 250 plus units in the U.S., along with the Fulcrum Shield Award, the Enrique Camarena Award, different awards like that. We earned all of that last year. We still possess that title.
What would you leave the audience with? Go ahead. End the show.
To understand really what youth can do and what youth really are, I highly advise researching and looking into the Young Marine program.
You got to check them out. It's youngmarines.com. There's a big black button, and you can check out what unit would be best for you. They're all over the state. This unit happens to be one of my favorite units as well. They're right there in the East Valley, so check them out. It's youngmarines.com.
mine across that line. If I traded it all, if I could